everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is about your three faces. So according to the Japanese, every individual has three faces. The first one is the one they show to the world, the second is the one they show their family, and the third is the actual person themselves, their actual face. So we are going to be using the tarot cards to figure all those three faces out. So for this reading, I have 4 piles for you guys. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to, and after you have selected your pile, you guys can use the timestamps provided in the description box below to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly what your three faces are. So let's get started with your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see your three faces. So first face, what face do you show to the world? So we have the Lovers in reverse. We have Queen of Swords, the Magician in reverse, Dawn of Rings, which is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and 6 of Cups. Okay, so pile 1, the face you show the world. So the Lovers in reverse with the Queen of Swords right here, this tells me that a pile 1, you're someone, when you're out in the world sees you as someone who's really, really practical, like someone who doesn't really bother with love, someone who probably has, or probably, you've told people that you've had a lot of bad experiences with love, so probably you've sworn off love, or if somebody, if you're among your coworkers or something, and they're talking about their relationships or something, that's how the world views it. That's the face you show to the world, that you are not really into it whenever they're talking about their relationships, whenever there's talk of love, of romantic encounters, whatever that is, you just don't seem that interested in those things. So to the world, you're not an emotional person. The face you show to the world is not one that is emotional. It is more practical. It is more like, people, I would say, they view you as someone who's like really logical. We don't know the rest of your faces right now, but we're just talking about the one you show to the world. So people really view you as someone who's really practical, someone who doesn't really bother with emotions, who doesn't care about, someone who can even be cold, I would say, someone who you might even appear aloof to some people. And it's something that, you just mind your own business, and you don't really bother getting to know other people's love life, or you don't care about, whatever emotions that they're going through. Also with the Magician in reverse, this tells me that, you guys are, another aspect of that face that you show to the world, pile 1, is that you guys are really good at delegating a task. So probably a lot of people view you as a leader. A lot of people view you as someone who's mature, who's wise, and who's really incredibly intelligent. So if there's a project coming up, or if you are in a group setting and there's some group work that needs to be done, either it happens automatically or people just do it, but you end up being the leader somehow or the other. You just do it. It's either that you're like that, people are not going to take the initiative, people are not going to get the job done, so it's better if I take over, if I take control, or it's just that people just know that you are the most intelligent one, so they just kind of unanimously vote you as their leader. But the point is that you end up becoming the leader. You end up becoming the one who has to assign all the different tasks to people. That is why the Magician is in reverse. And so this clearly tells me that you're not the one doing the work, you're the one delegating. Obviously that is a huge work in itself, but Magician is like, I'm gonna do everything by myself. You're not like that. You take on the position of the leader, and then you start delegating tasks, because you know exactly who's good at what. You know exactly the strengths, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are of your peers. So according to that, you know, you are able to assign different tasks to people, which is something that people love about you, I would say, because they feel comfortable. They know that whatever job you will give them, pile one, that is going to be the right one. So highly practical people, highly you guys have like those leadership qualities. That is how you portray yourself to the world, that you guys will make an excellent leader if you got the chance. You might, I don't know if that is the case in real life, like, you know, internally you might not be feeling that way, but that is the outward projection, you know, that is the face you project to the world. That is how people see you. That's the face people see, the one of a leader, the one who is practical, the one who doesn't waste time with emotions, because emotions don't really help in the long run. You have to be practical, you have to be logical. And a lot of people might even kind of be intimidated by you, like with the face that you show to the world, pile one. Is just that, you know, some people who, suppose someone is interested in you in a romantic way and they want to ask you out, but your expressions, the face that you put out to the world, they might just get intimidated, and that is why they might be afraid to even ask you out, because they're like, you know, this person, pile one, this might just kill me or something, or they might not like that I've asked them out. They're not, you know, very emotional, so maybe they won't be interested. They might just reject me outright without any explanation or reasoning whatsoever. So a lot of people who are interested in you will not even be coming forward and, you know, expressing themselves to you, because they're just so intimidated by you. And this queen of swords, she is like that, you know. She is someone who intimidates people because she has a lot of power. We've got, you know, perceptive, we have self-reliant, so she's like completely independent. So even if somebody wants to come and help you out, lend you their support, they might shy away from it, or they might be hesitant to offer their support because they're like, you know, what if you just, you know, reject it? Or you might be like really cold towards them. You might not appreciate that they're trying to help you. That's how people see you. They see you as really incredibly independent. They see that, you know, you understand people on a very basic level, and that is why, like I was saying, you're able to identify who's good at what and who's not good at what, which makes you the perfect leader, which makes you the perfect boss, I would say. So I don't know if you guys have your own business or not, but if this is the face you project to the outside world, I would say you guys will make really great business people. And then we have the page of coins in reverse. So this tells me that, like I was saying, you know, page energy, it's like really childlike energy. It's small energy, but you guys are not like that. Your energy, or that face you portray to the world, a pile one, that is like, you know, that is just, it's not a child, or it's not immature. You portray a very mature persona to the world. Someone who has a lot of wisdom, someone who has a lot of intellect to handle different aspects of life, to handle different things. And this energy is also slow energy, because we have the rings, we have the coins, earth energy. But this being in reverse also tells me that, you know, a lot of the times you are like, you know what, let's get this done, let's get this over with. So if you're given a task, a pile one, you'll be quick to do it. That is why people are like, you know, it's better to be on pile one's team, because working with pile one will make us get the job done. And it's not just your coworkers, I'm talking about all the other people. Like whenever you're dealing with the world, whatever worldly matters you have to deal with, pile one, and you have to put out this face. Yeah, people know that you are the one for the job. And that can really make you kind of like really high in demand, because, you know, obviously you're like efficient, you're intelligent, you are resourceful, you are independent, exactly, you know, that you don't have to rely on 10 other people. Like, yes, you're good at delegating tasks, you're good at handing out jobs, that okay, you do this, you do that, but at the same time you're not like, oh, I'll just, you know, sit back and let everyone else, you know, do the work for me, and I'm not going to do anything. No, you're not like that. You're like, okay, you've given people their task, but you're also doing your own task, and you have the bigger task of making sure that everybody gets the job done. So people feel really comfortable. They feel really safe that they are working with you. You are a very, very reliable person, pile one. And that is, I don't even know what the other two faces are yet, but this face is a really a reliable face. And then we have a Six of Cups. So this tells me that you're incredibly friendly as well. You might not want to be, but whenever you're dealing with people, whenever you're dealing with the world, you are incredibly friendly. That is why people just feel comfortable coming to you and being like, yes, even if we ask kind of silly questions or something, pile one will be able to answer. Like, you still make people comfortable despite your logical persona, despite this kind of a independent face that you put out. You are still incredibly friendly. Might not be emotional and romantic, but you're really friendly, pile one, and people love that. People enjoy talking to you, being with you. You are really good at making conversation. You, even if you're giving a speech in a conference or something, you will add some sort of a friendly tone to it or something like that, some joke or something like that, that will make it even more interesting, that will make people want to listen to you. And wow, I love this face. I love this face of yours, pile one. So now let's see what is the face you show to your family. All right, so we have Nine of Pentacles. Now we're talking about your family and your close people, you know. Knight of Cups. We have Three of Cups. Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. And we have King of Pentacles. All right. So your family and your close loved ones. All right. You guys are, I feel like, you guys are really, when it comes to your family is your treasure, I would say. Like, you really value each and every one of them. With the King of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, I see that your family sees you as, like, the protector. They see you as someone who has the resources to take care of them, someone who will make a really good caretaker. Forgive me for that. So what this tells me, with the King of Pentacles especially, that your family, your loved ones, your friends, they see you as someone who has it all. Number one, you might not have it all, but that's how they view you, because probably that is how you want to portray to them, that you are fine, you're doing well in life, even if you're not, even if you're going through a tough time, pile one. You do not show that to your family. You're like, no, they will just get worried for no reason, and you don't want that for them. You know the responsibility you have of your family members or of your friends, even, like, you want to take care of them and everything, make sure that they're okay, or want to help them out whenever they need it. So you do not talk about your problems to your family. You do to some extent, but not the really I would say the ugly stuff, not the really bad stuff. Yes, you do talk on the surface level, because we have Three of Cups. So this tells me that you talk on a very surface level. You do not really get into the deeper stuff, the darker stuff that you are experiencing, because you're like, no, I have to take care of them. It's my responsibility. I cannot just, if they really get to know what I'm going through, they might not be okay with that. They might get worried, and that is something you do not want for them, pile one. And that is why you're like, no, I've got it. So people really see you as someone who's, like, really put together. I'm talking about your family and your close friends. They see you as someone who's really put together, who has it all. And even if there is a problem, you are someone who's able to figure everything out, because you have the necessary resources to make it happen. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this tells me that probably, also with the Pentacle stuff here, I would say that probably the face you show to your family and your friends, it's probably one that, your family might even accuse you of being very lazy. They're like, they don't do anything. they they are basking in luxury, they have it all, so they don't do anything. So a lot of the times your family members or your close friends might just view you as someone who's really lazy, who doesn't do anything. And it's just that it's not that you don't do anything, a pile one, it's just that you just show it like that oh, I have nothing to do, I've done all my work, and you're just watching TV or doing something, like indulging in a hobby or something. People are like, can't you do your work? Don't you have anything? You're always so lazy, you don't do anything, this and that. But little do they know just how much you actually do. I mean, if this is the face, then you do it all. Like, yeah, you deal with so much. And you come home, obviously, you're tired from showing this face. Now you're tired, so obviously you want to rest. So people just accuse you, your family just goes like, you're always sleeping, look at this, she's sleeping here. So they're like, you're always sleeping, or you just eat all the time, or you just sit there and you don't do anything. I mean, I feel like your family and your loved ones should give you a break, pile one, because you deserve it after dealing with so many people. Obviously, your home is your sanctuary, your home is your, safety net, all of those things. So you have the right to sleep, you have the right to just eat whatever you want. You have the right to just sit and watch TV if that is what you feel like doing. And I also see that a lot of the times your family sees you as someone who loves to eat. This person's eating. So your family really sees that, oh, you're just eating all the time, or you love to eat a lot. That is how they might view you. That's the face you show, that, okay, I'm just this this childlike lazy person who doesn't want to do anything. Some of your family members might get frustrated with that. They're like, you can help around a little, or you can do stuff a little, but you don't do it. You just want to sleep and rest and get your energy back, recharge yourself. But your family doesn't understand that. They're like, why are you being so lazy? Get up and do something. So being lazy is something that I feel like your family kind of views you as that. And then we have Three of Cups. So this tells me that, you are good at, and you do talk about your whatever it is that you guys are going through. You're really good at making conversation. Your family kind of sees you as someone who loves to socialize, loves to talk to family members. They enjoy talking to you as well, because they're like, finally, and probably that is why they get frustrated if you're sleeping or you're just watching TV. They're like, I want to spend time with you. I want to spend time with you. I want to talk to you about your day. I want you to tell me what happened. So when you're just sleeping or eating or just sitting and watching TV, they get really frustrated because they want to talk to you, because they love doing that. And whenever you talk, whenever you initiate a social interaction, people love it. People just love hanging out with you. Your friends love hanging out with you. And a lot of the times, pile one, your friends might view you as someone who's really into socializing, that you love to socialize. And yeah, you you do. They should definitely view you as that, because whenever you go out to the best restaurant. That's how your friends view you, or your family views you, that every time you guys plan to go out, you will know the best places to go, the best places to visit. So going out with you is never boring. That is why people kind of see you as like a social butterfly. They might even see you as that, or they might just be like, this person knows the best spot. I mean, that is the face you show to your family, pile one. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Also with the Three of Cups and these two together, this tells me that to some extent your family, the face you show to your family is a very emotional one. To the outside world, you do not show that emotion. But to your family, to your close friends, you are okay showing that emotion, because we've got the two emotion cards here. So this tells me that, yeah, I think the only emotion you show to the outside world is that being friendly. But if there's something other than being friendly, that is the emotion that you show. Like, you're more comfortable being your emotional self, letting out that emotion in front of your family rather than the world. And that is perfectly understandable. Pile one, that is perfectly normal. A lot of people do that. A lot of people know that when you're with family, that is when you are okay talking about your emotions or what you're feeling, what you're going through. Even if somebody hurts you in your family, you would go and tell them that, hello, I didn't like what you just said to me. You're supposed to apologize. So there is whatever emotion that you're harboring, pile one, it could be an entire rainbow of emotions, but you show it all. Like, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and some people might even accuse you. They're like, you're so emotional, what is wrong with you? But it's not like that they hate it. It's just that they're like, okay, they're emotional, fine. So the world might not see you as an emotional person, pile one, but your family and your close people, they know just how emotional you are, and they're more than happy to take care of your emotions. Like, they love that you show that your emotions, that you're not just some cold person who just doesn't bother talking to them or anything like that. No, you're a family person. You might not be, but then but you're comfortable enough with your family to reveal your emotions, to share what you're actually feeling on the inside with them, and they really appreciate that. And a lot of the time, I feel like a lot of your family members also view you as like a child, that they need to take care of, but while the others kind of see you as this mature adult. So there's this contrasting thing that is coming with the face that you show to your family. So let's see what your actual face is, like the face that only you know of. Okay, so we have Knight of Cups. We have the 9 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, King of Cups, 10 of Wands. Oh wow. Okay, pile 1. Your actual face, like the face that only you know of. So that face, first of all, with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, though your family might view you as an emotional person, and yes, you are an emotional person, pile 1, but you are the kind of emotions you have, you are in control of them. Some people might be like, oh, you are so emotional that you wear your heart on your sleeves, and then you go out expressing your emotions. No, you're not like that. You would, even to your family, even when you're expressing your emotions, you are expressing them on a very surface level. You're not going into the depths. But in reality, you guys are incredibly deep, I would say. Look at these cups here, they're deep cups, and then there's King of Cups. So there's a lot of emotion you guys pack inside you. You're like a tight pack, like a tight bag of emotions, good and bad both. But it is something that if the world kind of even gets a glimpse of it, I feel like they're not going to be able to handle it. It's going to be like it's going to be like a tsunami of emotions, I would say. And that's what it happened. That is what happened. You like, look at this. We have 10 of Wands, we have 9 of Wands. There's so much that you have going on inside of you, pile 1, that people they just cannot no, they don't have any idea. They literally have no idea. You're carrying the burden of 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. But what the people see, what the world sees, maybe Ace of Wands or like 2 or 3 of Wands. That's all. Like, that's the number that, like, such a small number they will see. But on the inside, it's like you are going through so much. You have so much that, look how tightly this person, like this monster, whatever, he's holding on to the wands. Look how tightly that he's doing that. And that's what you guys are in reality. That's how much you hold on. You hold on to all those things so tightly. People cannot. No way. There's a lot going on inside of you, pile 1. Too much. I cannot even describe it, just how much you guys are holding on. And that's the thing, you guys, there's a lot that you do, because this talks about responsibility. This talks about doing too much. So I really feel that pile 1, you have a lot of responsibility, and the world has no clue. Your family might know that, okay, yes, we are pile 1's responsibility. Pile 1 has to take care of us. Pile 1 has to love us, all of those things. But that is just scratching the surface. Like, you are taking on so much. Pile 1, you're holding on to so much, and you don't even share most of it, like literally 90% of it. You don't even share it with the world. And it's not just your family that is your responsibility. It's not just your work that is your responsibility. You have so many other things that are going on. Probably you have a whole bunch of things that you are doing which the world doesn't really know about at this point in time. And I feel like that happens all the time. You take on, like, you are doing 10 different things, and one by one, like, if out of the 10 you're showing 2 to the world, you're like, okay, it's time to reveal this to the world. You will add on another 4 or 5. Once that 2 is kind of revealed, you'll just add 4 or 5 more responsibilities in your plate. So there's a lot you do. There's a whole lot of things that you do, and people have no clue about it. They have no clue what you guys do. And I feel like with the 9 of Wands, pile 1, that it's just, you're suffering a lot. You've suffered a lot in life, and people don't know about it. People have no clue about it. Zero idea about what you've suffered. But even then, you get up and you show up for the people. You show up for your family despite the pain that you guys are going through. Even if you guys have a headache, you will never tell anyone that you have a headache. Like, you just won't tell. You're like, no, I cannot, let anyone. Probably for some of you guys, it's like a fear of weakness or something that, people will take advantage of that. Or it's just that, you're like, I don't want other people worrying about me, those kind of things. But all that you go through, like 90% is like you're dealing with all on your own. And yes, it can get really lonely at times. And that is why probably, sometimes you wish, secretly you have that wish that I wish people would understand. People would see more than what I'm showing to them, what I'm trying to reveal. I wish people would understand that there's a lot going on and I'm not talking about it. Sometimes you wish that people could read your mind, so they'll know exactly what you're going through before they kind of accuse you of something, or before they throw some other responsibility at you. You kind of just wish for a little bit of support, but you're not going to ask for it. You're not going to ask for it. And with the King of Cups, of course, this guy, he's always in control of his emotions. And that's what you guys also do. Pile 1, you guys are always in control of your emotions. Never will you go out. Yes, there's a whole lot. You wish to go out and show the world just what's going on inside you, just how much you're dealing with, all the emotions that are plaguing you at this point. But you don't do that. You're like, no, this is your energy. You're like, no, I will hold on to it by myself. So when you're alone, I feel like, that is when all this, that's why probably some of you guys just love being by yourself, because you can, process all these emotions, all this, oh my God, this chaos that is going on inside you. I feel like, and maybe that is why, at times people just, your family members call you lazy. They call you, oh, this person is just watching TV. If they knew why you are being by yourself, if they really know this chaos that's going on inside of you, I would be like, your family members would be like, okay, take all the time you need, deal with all these emotions. But they don't know that because you don't tell them that, and you just do it all by yourself. You go through all these emotions by yourself, you process them by yourself, and you store them, you deal with them. Yes, it might not be easy. It's not easy because you're tired. You come home, you're tired, and you're just like, I wish somebody would just understand me for like 5 minutes, or just, understand a 5% of what I'm going through, but they don't do that. There's no support for you, though you wish for it, because this is the face that is you, that is actually you, which no one knows about. So there's that secret wish that I wish people would come and support me. People would be there for me. So I wish there was someone, just that one person who would understand that what I'm going through. Someone who would just listen without judgment, without anything whatsoever. Just listen, but there's no one. So what you do is you process your emotions all by yourself, and you've gotten so good at it, pile 1, that you've become a master at it. You've learned to master your emotions. You've learned to, keep them all tied up in in a, you know, treasure box or in a safe. You have locked it tight so that people always see you as someone who's always put together, you know, who's always in control, who some people might even go as far as to say, you know, like, you have no problems whatsoever, because you don't go around complaining to the whole world that, oh my gosh, this is what's wrong with my life, oh my gosh, this is what is happening to me, somebody help me, I have so much to do. Yes, you might have a billion things to do, but you will not even utter a peep out of your mouth about that. And you're really courageous, and I think you're the only one who knows just how courageous you are, just how brave you are, the risks you've taken in life, despite, you know, all the obstacles that stood in front of you. You managed to accomplish, you managed to, you know, topple them over. You're like, I will overcome any obstacle that stands in my way. You guys are so brave, and I feel like only you people know that. And this is, considering this is your real face, wow, you are one brave soul, pile one. Incredibly brave, incredibly powerful, like somebody who can control their emotions. They can control anything, literally. This is like your superpower, a pile one, and I love it. And just, yeah, I know you handle a lot. I just wish I could. I just wish, you know, you guys are dealing with it in a very healthy way, all right? So this is all I have for you guys for your reading. If you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below to let me know if this message resonated. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see your 3 faces. So we're starting off with the face that you show to the world, all right? So we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. We have 10 of Swords in reverse. King of Swords. We have Death. And we have Spirit of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. All right, pile 2. The face you show to the world. So with the 10 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Swords in reverse, this clearly tells me that the face you show to the world is that of a healer. You guys are big on healing. You guys are all about, you know, spreading the light. You're all about, you know, going out and helping people to the best of your ability. And you are not one to stand for injustice. You guys are like, no way, no how. I am not going to let this injustice take place. So probably a lot of you guys might be into social work, or if not, maybe you're planning to go into it. But something related to social work, related to justice and healthcare, healing, all of those things. I feel like you guys, that's the face the world sees. That's the you the world sees, that, oh, this person is so healing, or this person is so, like, you know, they're all for doing the right thing, because we have the King of Swords as well. Now this king is all about being logical, and he's like all about doing the right thing regardless of the consequences, regardless of how people feel, all about serving justice. I would say, if this person really wanted to do that, that's why people often refer to King of Swords as a tyrant, because a tyrant doesn't care about, you know, the emotions of people. The tyrant does what he wants. So not only do people see you as someone who has a very, like, healing energy, and I feel like a lot of people just when they look at you, pile 2, they see like a glow about you, like a very healing sort of a glow. Probably it's your aura, I don't know, but there's a certain glow to you that just attracts people. So that is why, you know, every time they look at you, they're like, yeah, you know, that's the face you are portraying to the world. That is the one you're projecting to the world, where people feel like, you know, this person will never do you wrong. That's how they view you, pile 2, that no matter what happens, you will never do anything wrong, or you will never pick the wrong side. You will never advocate for or endorse anything that is not, you know, right. So also, but at the same time, some people might just view you as someone who's like, you know, like a tyrant, like not like in a negative way, I would say, but more like, who knows what is right and who goes after what they want, of like probably like very ambitious, articulate. We have intelligent and articulate. So those are the words, that people have for you, that you are very intelligent, and not just like intelligent in the sense of the world, but more like even emotionally intelligent. That is why, there's that healing aspect that is coming in, because you understand on a very basic level what people need. The kind of healing, what they're going through, the pain that they're going through. Some of you guys might just even feel it. You guys are really sensitive to those things. But on the other hand, you just know what people need. And so that makes you like a very intelligent person. You are not only emotionally intelligent, but you are intelligent in every other way. And you have you're worldly smart. You're not just book smart. You know how the world works, or at least the world thinks that way, because this is the face you're showing to the world. So according to the world, the face they see of you, pile 2, is that one that you guys are really intelligent, and that you guys are really helpful, and you will never, like, even if you want something, you will never employ the wrong means to get it. You will fight for your right. You will you will not do anything illegal. You're not going to do anything that will harm the other person to get to your destination, to get you to your goal. And because of that, people really trust you. People feel safe with you. That is why a lot of people just come to you and start blabbering about their problems, and you're like, I don't even know you, why are you telling me about your problems? But that's the vibe, that's the face that they see. Your face is so kind and it's so inviting, I would say, that people are like, no, they will just come to you. They're just so attracted to you, drawn to you, that they would just come and start talking about their problems with you. And after you listen to them and you give them your advice, because this guy, obviously kings are like that, kings always have the final word. They carry out the orders. They give out the orders, they give out the decrees which people have to follow. So a lot of people will just come to you for advice. And even if they would just randomly come to you, like you're sitting in the park minding your own business, and this stranger comes to you and start talking about their problems. So obviously, like I'm saying, your light draws them to you. So after they've told you their issue, they're waiting for you guys to give them advice. And you do that. You give that advice to them, and that advice, you people are the best advice givers. Pile 2, incredibly great at giving advice. And we have death here, guys. We have death here. We have the Knight of Cups here. So this really tells me that whatever advice that you give, or even if you're not giving any advice, you're just talking to people and just having a normal conversation, this face that you wear for the world, not like, it just transforms people's life. Pile 2, a lot of people would say that you changed their life, you completely changed their life, and a lot of people will give you credit for that. They're like, you're the reason I'm doing this today, otherwise I would have never done it. Never did I think that I would be doing something like this if it wasn't for you. So a lot of people will come and give you credit. That's how, because that is all about transformation. That is all about new beginnings and letting go of the old. So that is why a lot of people find that working with you and talking to you is a very transformative experience for them. It's like, they have been reborn, or the way you talk to them, it's like, not all hope is lost. Not all hope is lost. Because a lot of people feel defeated, they are tired, they're in pain, and they just wish someone would talk to them, someone would just listen to them, or just help them out, give them some sort of guidance. And that's the face that you wear, Pile 2, the one of a mentor, the one of like this King of Swords who knows what's going on, who's in that position to give out advice, who's in that position to kind of help the world. And that's the thing, that's how you change people's lives. Good on you, Pile 2. I am so proud of you guys. But this is just one facet. This is just one face that you guys wear. We have yet to look at the other two faces. I have no idea what those are. But this face, you guys are doing a lot for this world. Pile 2, a lot for this world. And then we have this Knight of Cups here. So we have opportunity and we have creativity. So a lot of people, the world sees you as a very creative person. And of course we have death here as well. So like I was saying, talking about transformation and all of those things, metamorphosis, evolution, profound change, right? So this tells me that you are such a creative person that you have the ability to transform things. Whatever you're working on, whatever project that you've gotten, Pile 2, you're so highly creative. Like, you guys are gifted in the creativity department, I would say, that you are able to transform something so ugly. Like, you can transform garbage into a masterpiece. Like, you guys can do that. Like, literally the trash, like people's ways, trash, all of those things, broken stuff, you can transform that into like a beautiful masterpiece that people cannot take their eyes off of. I mean, that's how creative you guys are. And because of that, some people might even view you as a magnet for opportunities, just because, you are so creative, you never give up. And I feel like a lot of people wish you the best in life, Pile 2. They really do, they obviously, since you help them out so much, they're like, I wish Pile 2 lives their best life. And of course, I wish that the same for you guys. But I feel like whoever you've helped, they're not like ungrateful people who have forgotten what you've done for them. They pray for you. If you're no longer in touch with them, they pray for you, and they're like, I hope they're okay. I hope Pile 2 is okay, right? So now we're going to look at the face you show to your family. So we have 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords. What's up with all the swords? I have no clue. We have King of Wands. Okay. Way too many swords. So I feel like the face you show to your family, there's a lot of pain here. And so I feel like, you share a lot of your pain with your family. I mean, you're like probably even that one person who you're incredibly close to. You share a lot of your pain with them. Or it could be that, for some of you guys, like for some of you, the face that you show to your family is one that, you're like, okay, you're expressing your pain. You're expressing all the problems that you guys are going through. Your family is so supportive. You guys are lucky enough to have a very supportive family who is there for you when you need them, who you are able to share your problems with. But at the same time, I feel like, the face you show to your family is that, I'm getting the vibe that, your family has hurt you. For some of you guys, not all of you, but for some of you, your family has hurt you. And though you do not want to show this pain to them, it's so deep and it's so profound that it just comes out. It's that reluctant kind of thing. Like, you don't want to show them this pain, but at the same time, every time you look at them, you feel pain because you remember all that they've done to you, So, and also, I feel like with the 7 of Swords, your family might really consider you someone who is, really secretive. They might see you as someone who's really secretive because, like I was saying, every time you look at them, you might feel a lot of pain that you're like, I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with my family. I just want to go and sleep. So they're just like, Pile 2 doesn't want to talk to us. Pile 2 is keeping their secrets. They might I feel like you're really misunderstood when it comes to your family. Incredibly misunderstood, Pile 2. But they do see you as someone who keeps a lot of secrets, who keeps to themselves. Even this 8 of Swords, this is like imprisonment. So according to them, there's a lot going on inside of you that you just don't share. They, of course, considering how much you're, because people just get to know about the stuff that's going on in your life, no matter how hard you try to hide. Sometimes, you know, one or two things, people get the information. You're probably, your family members are so in tune with your energy, they're so in tune with your body language that they know when you're not okay. But obviously they're not like, and if they come up and be like, what's going on with you, do you want to talk about it, you don't talk about it, you just clamp up, you keep your secrets, you go to your room, you sleep. So, but they understand that there's something going on, they understand that you're in pain. You might not talk about it because we're getting this restriction card here with the Eight of Swords. We're getting that imprisonment, that feeling of being trapped. So they do, your family understand, they do see a very troubled person, I would say. They might not, for some of you guys, your family members might not even overtly come and be like, okay, I know you're going through a lot, what's going on? You know, some of your family members might not even do that. Your friends, your family members, they might not do that, but they do know that you're going through a lot. They see that. The world will not see that. The world sees you as a very healing person, someone who's in control, someone who has everything under control, someone, you know, who's the boss. But your family, I feel like, sees you as the exact opposite. They see a very troubled person. Even if you guys are not troubled, even if there's nothing going on, still, because your family knows the work that you do, right? So when you come home, they see you, they're like, okay, what's going on? What's with, like, they know, like, they see someone who has a lot going on, or who's always thinking about something, because all these swords, they talk about the mind. So they, according to your family, according to your friends, the face that they see, a pile 2 is one that, you know, that you're always in your head. There's so much going on in your head that you have no time for anything else. And they would like, and I feel like somewhere your family kind of likes it, that, you know, when you get some rest, like, they would wish that you would get some rest, but at the same time they know, because this is about taking a break of those things. 4 of Swords, and then we have 7 of Swords. So this tells me that, you know, they see you as someone who's really secretive, who just bottles everything up. And I feel like your family would just wish that, I wish we could help you guys out. It might not be the case for everyone, like I'm saying, you know, because for some you might not have such supportive family members. But for those who do, for those of you who do, they do wish that, you know, I wish pile 2 would just talk to me. Pile 2 would tell me what is going on, because they know what you've been through. But they're like, why doesn't this person just let it out? You know, why can't pile 2 just let all of this out? They see you as someone who doesn't deal with their problems as that well. They see you as that you don't deal with your problems. You kind of avoid them. You kind of avoid facing them. You kind of avoid confrontation. But with the King of Wands, this king is like, you know, he's always in action. So they always see that, you know, that in while trying to ignore your problems, you guys kind of engage in activities, a lot of different activities, so you wouldn't have to, you know, deal with all the turmoil that is going on inside your head. That's how they view you. That's the face that they see of yours. But the thing is, I mean, this tells me that probably internally you guys are going through so much, pile 2, that it just comes out, even if you don't want your family to see you like this. But they do see someone who's really hardworking, who's always getting the job done. They know that you are a very reliable person. Pile 2, they know that whatever, and they also know that you're very good at secret keeper. You guys are very good at it. Obviously, when you're keeping your own secrets, of course, you guys are capable of keeping other people's secrets as well. So I feel like you, and you alone, pile 2, are the secret keepers of your family and your friends. Like, literally, you know, like, if there are 10 members in your family, you know everybody's secrets, and you don't tell anybody anything else. Obviously, you don't go around spilling secrets, but everybody tells you their secrets, but you don't tell them your secrets. So that's the thing. People view you as a very trustworthy person. They view you as someone who is really incredibly reliable, incredibly dependable. That is why, you know, and a lot of people will just be like, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? A lot of your friends and your family members do that. They always ask you to get the work done because they know you'll do it. This King of Wands, they know that you're the one who will be doing it. They don't trust anybody else in the family. They're like, no, no way. It's just pile two alone who can do it. So there's a lot of secrets that you're keeping, pile two, not just for yourself, not just your own secrets, but the secrets of all your family and all your friends. So also, a lot of people with the Three of Swords, this tells me that a lot of your family members might see you as someone, or might accuse you, or like, believe that you've hurt them at some point in their life. Like, they see you as someone who broke their heart. And you guys might be like, I have no idea when I did that, but sometimes it happens. You don't intentionally mean to hurt someone, but people get hurt because, yeah, everybody's different. Everybody gets offended over different things. So intentionally, unintentionally, you might have done something. So people, yeah, they remember that. Your family remembers that, and they're not very forgiving of that. I feel like they're still stewing over that thing, even if it's something that happened like 10, 20 years ago. But they're still kind of like, you did that. You hurt me. And that makes things really difficult for you, because you're like, okay, I'm sorry. You try to apologize, you try to do that, but they don't forget it. They don't forgive you. So also with the Four of Swords, this tells me that probably, because Four of Swords is all about, taking a break, doing meditation, getting some rest. So this tells me that, your family views you as someone who just loves to sleep, one. Or it could be that, they just see you as a very spiritual person who just loves to meditate, who's always meditating. They're not doing anything else. And probably that is why they feel really restricted coming and talking to you. They're like, this person is never free. Either they're doing something or they're just meditating. There's no in between. All right. So now we're going to look at your actual face, the one that only you know of, you're aware of. And then we have Eight of Wands in reverse. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have Nine of Swords. Oh, we have Five of Pentacles. And we have Seven of Wands. Okay, pile two. Wow. Wow, 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 your actual face. Oh my goodness. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, this tells me that, your actual face, the person you really are, the face only you see, you know what you're capable of. Like, you are aware of it. You know what exactly you can do, what exactly you cannot do. And nobody else knows that. Your family doesn't know that. The people of the world surely don't know that. It's only you who knows what they're capable of. And you want to keep it that way, I feel like. You do not want to kind of flaunt your talents to the world. You don't want to tell everybody that, okay, I can do this, I can also do this, I can do this as well. Nuh-uh. You're like, I know what I'm capable of, and let's keep it that way. So this is the face only And I also feel like, this face, Queen of Pentacles, and this tells me that, if suppose there's a crisis at your workplace, like when you're dealing with the world, or if there's a crisis in your family, right? So normally during a crisis, what happens is that people panic, people, they're going crazy, they're not thinking straight, they're not rational, they're not calm. But you, like I'm saying, this is the face only you know, pile two. So what this tells me, that even in the midst of a crisis, even if it's something directly relating to you, the world is going crazy, but you on the inside, you are like so calm because you know it's going to be okay. You're like, yes, it's stressful, it's fine, but it's going to be okay. Like, you are so calm. And probably it is the kind of like a weird calm. Sometimes even you don't understand. You're like, why am I so calm in this situation? I don't get it. Like, why am I not freaking out? Why am I not panicking? Everybody's panicking. I'm supposed to be panicking because this is a problem. Why am I not? That is the thing. That is only something you know. Because if you kind of told everybody else that, okay, I'm not panicking, or you try to show it to the world that you're fine, yeah, people might not, they might not take it that well. So, this is something you keep to yourself, along with all that you're capable of. You're like, only I need to know that. And with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I feel like, a lot of the times you don't show this thing to the world. And we also have Nine of Swords here along with the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys are really troubled, pile 2. You do not show the world how troubled you really are, but you guys are really, like, there's a lot. You're not okay. You're not at peace on the inside. Internally, you guys are like fighting a war. I don't know, with yourself or with everything that is happening in your life. There's always a war brewing inside of you. And it is just within your own self. Probably you have a lot of demons that you have to fight on a day-to-day basis, and nobody knows of this. Only you know. Like, look at this. Look at this. There's this eye poking out. you know uh, it's just, yeah. So this tells me that, a lot of the times you people feel as if, you're not on the right direction. You're not going in the right direction. Whatever you're doing, it's not right. You guys get this doubt in your head. Or, a lot of people might see that, okay, you have everything under control, but maybe you don't. Maybe on the inside, because this is the face only you know. Only you know this face. Only you get to see this face. And probably I feel like you guys are not very happy with yourselves. You often feel you're not in the right direction. Or this also tells me that, if, like I was saying, since you're since you guys know exactly what you guys are capable of, pile 2, that is why you're like, what, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I know I can do this as well. I know I can do that. But you're not doing it because of all the other responsibilities that you have. So you kind of blame yourselves for it. And this tells me that since you guys know that what you guys are capable of, you're like, I don't need to rush into anything. It's going to be fine. So these are like multiple messages. So take it how it resonates. So you're like, I don't need to rush into anything. I'll take my sweet time. I'll figure things out on my own. 9 of Swords. So this it tells me that pile 2, you're someone who suffers from a lot of stress. A lot of you guys might even suffer from insomnia. You guys might just not be able to sleep very well, and it's been a while since you've gotten a good night's rest, and you guys really need it. But there are always these your mind doesn't shut up. Like, look at this demon here. Your mind never shuts up. Good or bad ideas, your mind is always working, and that's why it makes it so difficult for you guys to go to sleep, to just calm yourself enough to get into that position. Like I'm saying, your family might view you as someone who's always sleeping or who's always meditating. Little do they know about the chaos that is going on inside your head. And this is like something that you try to do, to get yourself under control. You try to meditate, you try to take some short naps, but it's because of this chaos. It's because there's so much going on. There's just all that you guys are always thinking about something or the other, whether it's the world, whether it's your family, whether it's your own stuff. Your mind's always running. It just never shuts up. So, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles here. So this tells me that most of the times, pile 2, you guys feel alone. You might people might even view you as someone who's really social because you're always dealing with people. So they might feel like, oh, this person is always surrounded by people, this person has it all. But just how alone you feel. You feel that every time you need help, there's nobody to help, and you just wish that I wish somebody would come and help me sometimes. But nobody does. So you feel really alone. And even if you're surrounded by the best of people, you might have like a really supportive family. You might have the best of friends. But even then, even when everything is going good, there's this sense of loneliness inside of you. There's that sense of loss that, you're like, I don't get it. Some of you guys might feel like as if you don't fit in, that you're not one with the world. That is why it's like on the outskirts, It's all about the people abandoning you. This card is all about that. So I feel like a lot of people have abandoned you as well, pile 2, and that is why you're like, I'm kind of worried about getting into it again, opening myself up to people. So there's always a part of you, like you guys can see this girl, like there's like one of her eyes, like I just feel like one eye is closed, the other is open, and so I just feel like there's always a part of you that is hidden. There's always a part of you that you will never fully open out yourselves up to the world. No matter what, there is always something that will be hidden from the world. And it is because of what the world has done to you that they left you when you really needed it. They left you to navigate this whole thing by yourself when you really needed the support. You had none, and that's why you had to kind of prove yourselves to the world. You had to fight your way to victory. There was no support. Even those you thought would support you, they turned against you and left you to your own devices. And that's where your power came in. Probably, I feel like those people, kind of, no offense, they did you a favor because if they hadn't, you wouldn't have realized your true power. That's why you people know exactly what you guys are capable of, because you know exactly what you've been through. No one else knows that. Seven of Wands, guys. This is like, there was no one who was there, so you're like, I have to do everything by myself. That's why that King of Swords energy is coming through for you guys of your face for the world, because you had to navigate most of your life all by yourself. You didn't have the support, you didn't have the guidance, you just had to wing it most of the time. But I feel like, probably somewhere you had the support of the universe, which kind of led you to come out of this barrier. But you fought your way. You had to fight for it all. And you are a fighter, Pile 2. You are a fighter. People might not see you as that. People might see you as this, light worker who's all nice, who's all smiling and spreading love and light in the world. And yes, you do that. You do that. But they don't know the fight, all that you've had to fight for. The smallest of things, even at times, that you had to fight for, the smallest of things, your rights, you had to fight for all your rights. Yeah, you guys are incredibly strong, Pile 2, and only you know that. Only you know just how strong you are, and only you know all that you are capable of. And that is why somewhere I feel like, you guys are incredibly confident as well, because this card also talks about the confidence. So this tells me that you guys are incredibly confident as well, but people might not see it that way. They don't know just how confident you guys can be. Only you know that, because only you know your capability. All right, so this is all I have for you guys, Pile 2. If you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, comment down below to let me know if this message resonated, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see your three faces and what they are. So we're gonna start off with the face that you show to the world. So we have 8 of Wands, we have 10 of Wands in reverse, we have Spirit of Rings, which is the Knight of Pentacles, we have Queen of Cups, we have the Hermit, and we have an extra, oh my god, I'm so sorry. You guys cannot even see this. I'll put this here. Okay, and then we have the Hermit here, and we have the Ace of Cups. You guys got an extra card. Okay, so Pile 3. So with the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Wands in reverse, what this tells me that the world kind of views you as someone who's like really quick to get the job done. Like whatever work that you get, you guys are really fast at working it out. You guys are really efficient actually. Whatever deadlines you get, you guys always end up meeting your deadlines. You never, and I mean never, delay. I don't know how you guys do it, but this is the face that you show to the world, where every single thing, like you're always on track. Like we have the word alignment here, we have progress. You're always on the right track. I mean, that's how the world views you. That's what the world sees when they are meeting you, when they're talking to you and you're discussing your things with them. The world is like, this person doesn't, you don't leave anything for tomorrow. When you know that you have to do something today, or when you know that something can be done today, you do it. You do it on that same day. You never delay. I don't know how you guys do it, Pile 3, or how you make the world view you as someone as such, but the world, clearly the world, the people around you, your co-workers, all your acquaintances, all those people who you come in contact with, they see you as a very controlled person. They're like, this person will get the job done, this person will never delay. And that is why, you know, they just love coming to you with proposition. That I feel like that's why you get a lot of opportunities to work as well. You get a lot of offers. If you guys are like, I don't know, I'm getting the vibe that you guys probably do some freelance work as well. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you guys do, okay? But I'm getting the vibe that you guys do like a lot of freelance work. And because of your efficient work plan, the way you guys do the work, you guys attract a lot of opportunities because you don't leave anything for tomorrow. Like there's no pending work from your side, like ever. So people like know that, okay, whenever they give you something to do, you will do it immediately. You will not put anything on the back burner. You will not leave anything for tomorrow. Some people even believe that, you know, you don't procrastinate like at all. And people would be, and I feel like a lot of people are like really envious of that fact, where they're like, they don't how can they not procrastinate? Like everybody procrastinates. That is like the norm of today's world. But according like the face that you show to the world, pile 3, people are like, no, you don't procrastinate at all. And that is why you get a lot of offers, you get a lot of opportunities, more work. If you do a freelance work, then you're the one who gets the most opportunities, the most clients, the most requests of things to do, because people know, and you have that credibility going about you, that, you know, you're efficient and you're reliable. And when you give your word that, okay, your work will be done by this date, you make sure that happens. So there's a lot of trust that you've built with the world. That is why people come to you. People always, you know, I feel like you guys also get a lot of recurring clients as well, where people just come to you again and again because they know that, you know, they won't have to wait a day longer than they have to. Whenever you give them a day, you follow through with that. You do not waste time. You do not give excuses about anything. If something happens, God forbid, that kind of delays you, even then you're the one who will send them the message that, okay, this is the problem that has come up. I will try to make things happen. Or even if you do not send that message, you will find a way to make that work happen, to make that thing happen, to fulfill that request that you've gotten. You will make sure that the other person, the client, doesn't wait, or they won't have, like, you know, they don't get a bad service from you. Wow. you guys are so professional. Pile 3, so incredibly professional. And then we have Queen of Cups, we have the Hermit, and then we have Ace of Cups. So Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So this tells me that, you know, the world sees you as a very emotional kind of a person, but like the emotional kind where, you know, people feel really safe emotionally with you guys. People just come and talk to you about things, and they do come and talk to you about a lot of their problems, because you are really good at giving advice. People see you as a mentor. Like that's the face that you wear for the world. That's the one you show to the world, where you are this wise old soul. Even some people might even say that, you know, you are an old soul, but then we have the words contemplation and soul searching. So this tells me that a lot of people will say this about you, that you're always in your head. God knows what you're thinking about. You're always in your head. Like you're always thinking about something. So, and probably you guys are like really quiet as well. You don't go around talking, or just, you know, you are just partying or socializing all the time. Even if you're in a social group, like in a group of people, you will mostly stay silent. You will observe more than you will talk. So people will be like, you know, people often believe that you are an observer, and that you observe people, you listen rather than talking. So people really like that about you, Pile 3. They admire that. This face, I feel like your face is the one that the world really admires, because yeah, not only are you a professional, like amazing, not only are you that, but then you have the wisdom, you have the intellect, and you have the emotional intelligence as well to deal with people. Because oftentimes when you want to attract people, logic is not always the answer. The way to attract the population is by the use of emotions, and that's where you guys excel at. People love to talk to you. We have the Queen of Cups. You guys are very nurturing. That's how the world sees you. Even when, like, even if your clients are talking to you, you know, you have this way of talking to them, of this way of dealing with them, that they feel as if, you know, you are so sweet and so kind, so incredibly empathetic to their cause. Like, wow, people, I feel like people really enjoy talking to you because you have this way of reaching some sort of an emotional level with them. Like, you are able to connect with them on a very emotional level. So people just love that. People love that about you. But at the same time, people know, they see this person who is so incredibly mature, who is just, you know, and I feel like some people even view you as, the people of the world, especially, like, the face that they see when they see you, they view you as someone who has it all. Like, I feel like probably people just love this persona that you put out, and they think that, you know, this person has it all. Like, we have 5 cups. I mean, there's this abundance thing coming. So I feel like people believe, the people of the world, we're not talking about your family or yourself right now, this is the face that you show to the world. So people just view you as someone, you know, who has everything. You have the looks, you have the brains, you have the resources, you are blessed in every single department. Literally every single department, whether that's true in real life or not, but that's how the world views you. And people just love to talk, like, and we have the word authentic and virtuous here. So people, like, the reason they're able to connect with you on such an emotional level, pile 3, is because you're authentic. Like I'm saying, you know, you will not make some sort of a flimsy, lame excuse if something's not working out. Either you will not tell them that this has happened and you will just make things happen. You know, you'll find a way, you'll find a second way or a third way to make things happen, to get the job done. Or if you're not able to, you will send them a very honest message telling them that, okay, this is what has happened. So, you know, you always maintain that honesty. You never lie to them. You never kind of put up a facade of any sorts, you know, that will make people doubt you. Because for you guys, you know how important your credibility is, how important this trust that you've built with these people is. And you will never jeopardize that under any circumstances. And people know that, people believe you for it. That is why, you know, they love the honesty factor about you guys. You guys are the honest ones, I swear. That's how the world views you, pile 3. They view you as a very honest person, a very sincere, hardworking person, and someone who knows a lot, someone who's incredibly intelligent. All right, so now let's see the face that, you know, that you show to your family, how your family views you. So we have a Temperance. I'll just put this here. We have 4 of Cups. We have 2 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and 8 of Wands. Okay, so we've got, okay, so Temperance and 4 of Cups. I feel like the face that you have reserved for your family, or how you guys behave when you're with your family, pile 3, is that, you know, your family views you as someone who's really patient, really patient. Like, because 4 of Cups is also about waiting, and Temperance also talks about patience. So they see someone who's really patient, who doesn't fuss around, who doesn't complain, or if things are not working out your way, you know, you don't go around throwing a tantrum and kind of demanding that, oh, my wish must be fulfilled under any circumstances, or I'm, you know, going to do something crazy. You know, they're not like that. They see you as a very understanding person, someone who understands that, okay, things are not okay right now, so, you know, your wish cannot be fulfilled. You know, in that sense, they see you guys as someone who's like really mature. But at the same time, we have 2 of Swords here. So this tells me that, you know, your family also sees you as someone who is kind of really closed off. Like, you don't really open up that easily. And even if you do, it's not at that deep level, you know, you just talk at a surface level. You don't tell them everything. Most of what's going on inside you stays inside you. Even if And some people, I'm getting the feeling with the Two of Swords and Four of Cups, some people might even like your family and your close friends, people who kind of know you, pile 3, they view you as someone who's really stubborn. Because you guys can see Four of Swords, these two guys are like really not talking to each other. They're like upset with each other. And a Four of Cups is also like, you know what? I don't want it. I'm upset. Like they don't, they refuse to see things from a different perspective. That's why even in the Four of Cups, when you're getting that cup of filled with blessings, you're not taking it because you're not able to see it as a blessing. That's where that stubborn streak is coming in. So some people, your friends, this is the face that you show to your family and your close friends, is that they consider you to be really stubborn. Because also with the Two of Swords, oftentimes in the normal depiction of the Two of Swords, it is that they're the swords are like, the person's kind of crossing the swords over his heart, and there's a blindfold covering his eyes. So that really tells me that the person doesn't want to see anything, the person doesn't want to believe anything. That belief, the first belief that you guys get, is the one that remains. So like there's no, I feel like according to your family or your close friend, that there's no chance, that there's no option for a second impression. Sometimes if somebody, like you meet somebody new, pile 3, and they kind of make a bad impression on you, yeah, I think that's the one you will carry for life. Like that's what your family thinks, that's how you guys are. Like you will not look past that first impression that person has made, good or bad. And that's where they're like, why are you so stubborn? you don't have to be so stubborn, So probably some of your family and your friends kind of get frustrated over that factor. And also, I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands, your family and your friends, they see you as someone who loves to travel, who loves to go around, and they see someone who's like really progressive. Like according to your family and your close friends, pile 3, you are a very, very progressive person. And you're always climbing new heights. You're always, succeeding in life. Doesn't matter if you're succeeding or not in real life, but that's how they see you. You're always learning new things. We have the Hermit here for the world. But also obviously your family knows how you, what's going on in the world, your reputation. They know about that, right? Like if you share it with them. So they see you as someone who's always learning, always trying to get some new experiences, always trying out new things, which is something that they really enjoy. And obviously, like I was saying, Wheel of Fortune, they see you as a very progressive person, as a really blessed person, like someone with a very good reputation. Obviously, like I was saying, since your credibility is so strong, since people trust you so much, obviously, like having somebody's trust is like, I feel like, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, that is the real wealth, when you have people trusting you. So this card tells me that, yeah, it's just always like this, that you have the trust of the world, and your family trusts you as well. You have their trust as well. Wow. Your family has a really positive opinion, other than the fact that you guys might be like really stubborn and really secretive here. Probably that's what kind of gets your family a little frustrated with you, a little irritated with you, that you do not share things, you're not open about things, especially when things are really difficult for you. You don't share it. You don't share your problems with them, and they wish that they did. And I feel like with the Four of Cups, I don't know, I'm just getting this vibe that probably, your siblings, they might have a completely different opinion of you, but obviously that's what siblings are, right? They're born to annoy you. They're born to fight with you, have differences. But I feel like, so I'm just getting this vibe that, your siblings might have a completely different opinion. They're like, this person, pile 3, no way, they're not nice. They did this when we were young, they did this, they did that. So they might have a lot of grudge going on against you, but that's okay. That's just sibling stuff. That's normal. But overall, I feel like, your family kind of really views you as someone who's like really patient and someone who's really balanced, because we have Temperance. So, you can see this fairy is like filling up her cup and all that. So I feel like your family thinks that you're very helpful. and you're really good at sharing things. So if you are out, you buy a packet of candy or something, when you come home, you will make sure to share it with everybody, even your friends. Like, this is not just your family, but your close friends as well. So you will share it with them. You will not just keep all the good stuff to yourself and just be like, oh, no, this is mine, I'm gonna keep it for myself, I'm not gonna share. No, you guys are very generous in that regard. You always help people out, especially when it comes to your family and your close friends. Pile 3, I feel like, yeah, you never say no. Whatever they wish for, if you if it's possible for you guys, you make it happen. You definitely make it happen. You always help them out. You always fill their cups, make sure that they have more than enough. Even if it's possible for you guys, you will give them money every time, you know, you visit them or something, so just to make sure that they have everything. Incredibly generous people, and people, your family and your friends really appreciate you for it. They might not tell you, they might not tell you all the time, but they definitely appreciate it. I mean, who wouldn't appreciate? That's why they think that you're really fortunate. That's why they think that, you know, you have it all, that you are successful, not only in terms of knowledge, but in terms of money as well. It might be that, you know, you might be going through a tough financial times or something, but even then, you don't let your family see that. If your family wants money or some sort of help, you are always there for them. So that makes you like a very reliable person. I feel like this, like, it's just, you know, the world also see you as someone who's really reliable, just in a really different sense. But at the same time, your family also sees you as someone who's like really incredibly reliable and efficient, and who's always there, who never turns their back on their family, who's loyal, who's dedicated, devoted to their family, who's all about doing the best for them. And this tells me, like I was saying, I'm getting those freelance vibes for you guys in terms of the world, right? So this tells me that your family just really admires the fact how you're able to keep your professional life in order, as well as your personal life in order. Wow. There's a lot of admiration for you guys. I don't know if your family has ever told you that, or has ever appreciated you for how much you do for them, Pile 3, but they know it. They know deep in their hearts just how amazing and selfless and kind and loving you guys are. You guys are the best. Pile 3. And your family knows that, and they will never trade you for anything. They never, even if your siblings, they have a grudge against you with this card, even then they will never wish for a different brother or sister. Like, they will never wish for anybody different. They want you and they're happy with you. Yes, their grudges are there, but like I'm saying, that's what siblings do, that's what family is for. But even then, they will never trade you for anything. All right, so now let's see your actual face. This is the face only you know about. So we have Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Lovers. Okay, so Pile 3 with the Lovers here, this tells me that you are a very romantic person. Like, you are a romantic at heart, even if you don't come out and say that, oh, I love romance, but every time you hear something romantic or you read about some romance related thing, you feel really good about it. Like, you are a romantic at heart. Even, I don't know if the world knows that about you, but this is your actual face. This is who you really are. So you are like a romantic at heart. You just love love. You love the idea of love, and you love being in love, and you love loving people. With the Temperance here, you just love love. Also, this card, 10 of Cups, this tells me that you love your family a lot. And if you consider somebody your family, even if they're not your family by blood or something, but you have such a close bond with them that you consider them your family, you're very protective of them. You're incredibly protective. You would stand, against the entire world for them. For your family, you will do anything. That's how protective, and that's how much you love your family. And I feel like because this card is about wish fulfillment, so this tells me that when it comes to those you love, be it just your spouse or be it your family, you will do your best to make sure that all their wishes come true. Like, yeah, your family is everything for you. I feel like pile 3, and you are, wow, you will do anything for them. Like I was saying, your family might not tell you just how much they love you, but they appreciate that. They know, they appreciate you. But the thing is that with you guys, even if they didn't appreciate you, even if they weren't nice to you, you will still do everything for them, because that's just how you guys are. You're all about, yeah, love. I mean, it's not just one kind of love here. I'm not just talking about romantic love in this card with the lovers here. This tells me that it's all kinds of love. Platonic, familial, all of those, all of every kind of love. You are it. You are love in every sense of the word, pile 3. All right, and this tells me that with the lovers here, this card represents the zodiac sign Gemini, and Gemini, when it comes to Gemini, there is this duality going on. It's a dual sign. So this tells me that there is sort of a duality about you that nobody knows. That nobody knows. Probably it's difficult for you guys to make a decision, pile 3, because you're always going back and forth, going like, should I pick this, should I pick that, should I pick this, should I pick that. So sometimes making a decision when it comes to you guys, it's really hard. It's really hard for you guys to make a decision, but it's okay. I mean, you guys are able to, but there's this duality. Like, even your actual face, I'm not calling you two-faced, don't think that, but there's a duality to it. There are two different facets to it, two different aspects to your who you truly are, and that's the thing. That's why people only get to see one half of you, or this tells me that probably you are only able to accept one half of you and not the other half. Probably you are ashamed of it, even though somewhere that, okay, yes, that's also a part of me, but since it might not be acceptable in the normal world, you kind of try to ignore it. You try to kind of shun that aspect of yourself. But know that it's like this, it's there. It's you. You cannot ignore it for too long. All right, pile 3. Then we have the Ace of Swords. Like I was saying, you will be ready to stand against the world for your loved ones. And this tells me that you guys are incredibly intelligent. Pile 3, you guys, I don't know if the world knows about your intelligence or not, but you know it. And some probably even you guys don't know, because half of it is in the light, half is in the dark. So you are like so freaking intelligent that, yeah. And I feel like you're so incredibly intelligent and smart, pile 3, that if there's a problem, even if this card was like upright and there's this problem where 10 swords are like there keeping you trapped, you'll be able to find a way out. We have the Knight of Wands coming through for you. Whatever problem you may encounter, you won't tell the world what's going on. You won't tell your family what's going on. You will handle it by yourself. Because like I was saying, you want to protect your family. You love them so much. You only want to give them the best. And according to you guys, your problems are not the best, right? Problems are not the good stuff. You want to give your family the good stuff, the best of stuff. That's why we have Two of Swords here. That's why your family thinks that, you are incredibly secretive. And the thing is that you are mainly secretive about your problems that you have, the difficult situation we're not able to think of a solution. Those are the kind of things, that you don't tell your family. Like, that's the one that you keep secret. But the thing is that no matter how difficult the situation gets, I feel like you guys have the confidence. We have Knight of Wands here. You have the confidence to kind of, in your heart that you will find a solution to it. This dark here, this part, represents the subconscious of this individual. So with Ace of Swords coming through for you guys, your subconscious would always figure out a way, and it will give you the answer. No matter how difficult, whatever the problem is, you could be like this, trapped in a box with all these swords plunging in and out of you. You guys are so powerful, like lovely, Pile 3 is just amazing. How you guys are able to figure things out. Even if you're in this situation, you're able to come out of it. And this really shows just how resilient you guys are. So your power of resilience, Pile 3, is something that only you guys are aware of. The world doesn't know what you've gone through. And yeah, the world barely ever knows. But you know what has happened to you, what you guys have been through, and all that you have come out of. And you have come out as victors here. Look at this crown that you guys are wearing. If it was possible, the world, you guys should be crowned for being so resilient, for dealing with all that you've dealt with. You guys should be getting a prize. Like, you deserve it. And all that you do for your family, all that you do for your loved ones. Yeah. And I feel like somewhere, for those of you guys who are single, or those of you guys who are in a relationship but you're not exactly satisfied with that relationship, Pile 3, you have this kind of a secret wish, like a secret fantasy kind of a thing about having that ultimate kind of love, whatever your idea of love is, whatever your idea of romantic love or ideal love is, familial love. You people daydream about love a lot, I feel like. And you just don't tell that to anyone because you don't want people to kind of laugh at you or think that you're some sappy, romantic, emotional person. Even if you don't care about what people think, you just don't share this aspect of yourself with people, that you have this desire to be loved in a particular way, or have friends who love you in a particular way, have family who loves you in a particular way. But you daydream about that a lot. You have this desire to have that kind of love, whatever that may be. But the thing is, with the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups, guys, you run around a lot for your family. You run around a lot for those that you love. You're always running around, I feel like this. You're always... and this tells me that with the Knight of Wands, it's probably something that, you love fast vehicles. I don't know where I got that message from, but I'm telling you. A Pile 3, that you just love, fast rides. Probably a bike ride or a fast car, something like that. But you love things fast. You do not like when a car is driving slow, or when a bike is a slow bike or something, slow ride. You don't like that. You like speed, and you like getting things done quickly, because you're like, no, I have to give my family the best. I have to make sure everybody is happy, all their wishes are fulfilled. I have to do things quickly to make sure that my family is safe, and that they're happy, and that they're secure. And you have this. If it was possible, you would just wave a magic wand and make all their wishes come true. That's how much you want that for them. That's how much you love them, that you're like, I want, like, if they make a wish, I want to fulfill it right away. All right. So this is all I have for you guys. Pile 3, if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, comment down below to let me know if this message resonated, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your 3 faces are. We're going to start off with the face you show to the world. Okay, so we have 9 of Cups. We have 10 of Cups in reverse. We have 2 of Wands. We have Temperance. And we have 9 of Pentacles, which is I'm going to put this one here. Okay, so you guys can see. Okay, Pile 4. So 9 of Cups with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this tells me that the world views you, the face you have reserved for the world is one that is confident. Like, you always want to show the world that you are a confident person. You might not be confident in real life. Internally, you might be freaking out. But you do not want that, want the world to know. If you're freaking out, you guys consider it as a weakness or something, but you just want the world to view you as someone who has everything under control, who has it all, like, who doesn't need to worry about anything, who probably is an overachiever as well. But at the same time, with the 10 of Cups in reverse, guys, Pile 4, this tells me that, even, yes, you want to show the world that you're confident, that you have everything under control, but at the same time you don't brag about it. You're not arrogant about it. Confidence is one thing. Overconfidence, pride, arrogance is another thing. And that is where I feel like this card is in reverse, which tells me that you're confident but you're humble. You're not like, oh, I have this, I have this many clothes, I have this much, I won this many awards, all of those things. I feel like your success speaks for itself. Be it big or small, whatever it is, you want your success to speak for you, rather than you going around and showing off by going like, I won this during this year, I won all this stuff. You don't boast about your achievements, pile 4. And that's how you want to be. You do not want, I don't know, for some of you guys might not even be comfortable doing all of that, like flaunting around your success, all of those things. But for those of you guys who are successful, I mean, in your, whatever your definition of success is, according to that, if you guys believe that you guys are successful, you know that you don't have to go around telling people about it. People will know. People can see it. People have eyes, right? They can see it. And your success makes its own noise, rather than you going around going like, oh, I have it all. I have this. I'm going to go and buy this. It's so expensive. I can afford it, blah, blah, blah. You're not like that. And at the same time, we have a 2 of 1. We're talking about independence. We have achievement. So this tells me that a lot of people, the world sees you as someone who, one, is very independent, but at the same time who is very progressive. Like they see you someone who's very prosperous. We've got this abundance. We have the 9 of Pentacles as well here for you guys, which is talking about abundance and contentment and having it all. Like whatever you worked for, you've gotten the rewards of it. So I feel like you guys, you guys encourage the world to do better. Like the people of the world, whoever comes in contact with you, sorry about that, and they talk to you, and you tell them that, okay, this is and they see this. Like obviously I feel like your success, when it makes its own noise, people will come to you and ask you for advice and all of those things. They want to know your story. And when you tell them, one, you make them want to work hard, because people admire you. When people meet you, they get so impressed that they're like, I want to be like pile 4. I want to be that successful. It might not be the big major success, but probably the way you guys are, your personality, pile 4, it's something like so admirable that whenever people talk to you, they're like, I want to be like pile 4. They want to be like you. And that's why you encourage people, whether you do it intentionally or not. You just end up encouraging people to do better in life. And not only that, but with the Temperance here, people are like, what, this is amazing. Like yeah, people just love it. And people see you as someone who's like really patient, who doesn't who's not greedy, who just does, like, we have moderation and equilibrium, right? So they're like, you're always so balanced. They view you as someone who's really balanced, who has everything under control, who doesn't have any addiction, who doesn't just is not focused on one thing. You are able to kind of divide your attention and your time successfully between all your responsibilities. And that is something that people really admire about you, pile 4. I just feel like people admire you a lot. Like they look up to you and they want to be like you. They might not like you necessarily. They might hate you. But it is only because, they're jealous. Like I would say it for you guys, for this group, I would say that if people hate you, because there's not something that should be hated about you based on these cards, right? But if for some reason people hate you, or they just don't like that you're always so happy and so content, because we have 9 of Cups and we have 9 of Pentacles. So this always talks about contentment, that you have everything, that you're satisfied in life. So people really, so if they just don't like that. They are jealous because they want to be in this. They want to be in your shoes. They want your life. They want to live your life. They wish that whatever life that you are living, pile 4, that they got that life rather than whatever life that they have. But the thing is that even if you guys are not, like, in reality, like in your personal life, you guys are not that successful, you don't have all the money in the world or for your, needs, even then, but you don't show that to the world. The world sees someone who is happy, who is content, who is successful, who is confident, even if you're not in real life, but that's what the world sees. And that's how you guys end up encouraging people, especially the younger generation, to strive to be like you, to strive to be as successful as you guys are. Because despite the difficulties that you face, pile 4, you guys still don't stop. You guys still continue going. Yes, you exercise a lot of patience. Your faith is so strong in the world that, in the universe, that you're like, it's okay. The universe will come through when it needs to come through, but I cannot just sit and, wallow in self-pity. You're not, especially when you encounter a problem related to the people of the world or related to the world in general. You always do your best to find a solution for it, to keep moving, to keep planning. Wow, no wonder people like you. No wonder people admire you, Pile 4. I don't know about your other 2 faces yet, but this face, yep. And this temperance here, you guys can see there are these 2 pots pouring water in here. So this tells me that, you're very service oriented. Like, that's how the world views you, as someone who's very service oriented. You're always helping people out, left and right, and you want to do your part in the world. Like, you guys can see, like, these 2 pots, they're like pouring water in this lake sort of a thing, river thing, whatever it is, but this is like a bigger body of water. So even if the water is not being poured into it, it doesn't like make much of a difference, because there's going to be some other water pitcher, whatever, which will be pouring water in this lake. But then you are still doing your part. You're like, no, yes, there are hundreds of other people, thousands of millions of other people putting water in this lake, but you're like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm also going to put my part. I'm gonna help people in my way as much as I can. So people really view you as someone who is always helping out. You probably have your profession is probably very service oriented as well. There's some sort of a service that you give out that makes people want to, just be like you. Probably you go around giving lectures or providing your guidance or your wisdom to younger people, whatever that may be, but you're always there to help. Even if your profession is not very service oriented, but you yourself are very service oriented according to the world. This face that you have for the world is very service oriented, always helping people out and not even asking for anything in return. Like, how do you guys do it? Pile 4, you guys need to take care of yourself as well. All right. And that's the thing. Sometimes you don't get the reward for it, whatever you're giving out into the world. Sometimes you don't get the reward for it, but you're like, it's okay, it's fine. The universe has given me so many other different things, and that's you're okay with that, you're content with that, you're not greedy at all. Pile 4, not greedy at all. All right, so let's see the face that you have for your family and how they view you. We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna keep that here. I hope you guys don't mind. We have 7 of Cups, double 7. We have 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Okay, another 7. And then we have Strength. Okay, wow. All right, so your family. How does your family view you, Pile 4? 7, 7, 7. We have 3 7, so we're gonna get that number out of the way first. But so with the number 7, this means that they see you as someone who's highly independent. Like, you will do everything by yourself if it's possible for you. If you could, you will do everything by yourself, because the number 7 talks about independence, but at the same time we have the number 8 as well for strength, and then the number 7 also talks about wealth. So this tells me, and the number 8 talks about manifestation. So this tells me that your family kind of views you as someone who is able to generate a lot of money, who is a magnet for money, essentially. Your family, your close friends, okay, the close people, they kind of see you as a money magnet. And they know that they see you as someone who's like really, really hardworking, because Seven of Pentacles is all about that. Strength is all about that, working hard. This one, Seven of Wands, is all about that. You're working hard to prove yourself. You're working hard to get to the top. So all these achievements that the world sees, pile 4, it's because you guys are so hardworking, and you have every right to, let that success speak for itself. Like, there's no point even hiding it. I doubt even if you try to hide it, it could be hidden, because you have worked so hard. And but with the Seven of Pentacles here, I feel like, your family might just think that, the kind of hard work that you do, you should get the reward for it immediately, but you don't. And they kind of don't like that fact about life in general, that, you have to wait for that reward to come, because your family loves you, and they're like, whatever pile 4 does, they should be rewarded for it. They should be happy. They should be content. They should have the reward for it immediately. They shouldn't wait for it. That's how they feel. But they also understand that sometimes, yes, the reward takes time to come, but that doesn't, but they still believe that you guys are so incredibly hardworking, with the Seven of Wands here as well. And they also understand that, considering you guys are like so independent, you make everything happen. You're not one to rely on other people. Even if your family is supportive, pile 4, you're like, it's okay, I'm not gonna bother my family with whatever is going on. I'll just make it happen for myself. So especially if there's a competition in the family, or if there's a competition anyway, your family knows that you guys are going to win that competition, because you will prove yourself. You have that confidence and all of those things to prove yourselves that, yes, you are indeed the best. And strength here tells me that your family views you as someone who is so strong. I feel like your family knows what you have been through and what you're currently going through. They know it. Your close friends know it. And they're like, pile 4 is the strongest person we know. Like, that's what they would think. And I wouldn't be surprised if they want to be just as strong as you guys are, because strength is all about that. Be it physical, be it mental, but you guys have that strength, and your family knows it. That's how they view you. They're like, strongest person we know, strongest person in the family. Your friends will be like, he or she is the strongest one of us, out of the group, whatever. Pile 4 is the strongest one. That's how much faith and belief they have in your abilities, pile 4. And then we have 2 of Cups. So this tells me that your family, your close friends, they view you as someone who's really supportive. Like, you'll make the best partner. They know it. They know it, and they love that fact that whoever your person is, they're gonna be incredibly lucky to have you, because you are the best partner. And considering how independent you guys are, I feel like, your family, they care about you so much. Your friends care about you so much that they're like, I wish the pile 4 finds the perfect person for themselves, because they see that you're doing everything all by yourselves and you don't even ask anybody for help. So I feel like for some of you guys, pile 4, that your family, your friends, they pray that your soul person comes and gives you that support that, that everybody needs at times. Though you're independent and they admire that, but they want somebody to take care of you as well. Like, they love you so much and they wish you the best in life. And they're like, I wish that pile 4 gets their person who can take care of them, who is there for them through thick and thin, because that's what pile 4 does. Pile 4 is always there for us. I want their soulmate to come. So I feel like your family and your close friend, pile 4, who gets to see this face, they're like, they're praying for your soul person to come to you and to be with you, to love you, because they know that you give out so much love, you deserve the same in return. And they're praying for it. And they also know that you will make a great husband or wife. Like, you will make a great partner. They know it. They know you will make the best partner. Yeah. And then we have Seven of Cups. So this tells me that, for some of you guys, your family and your close friend also think that, they believe that about you whenever they see this face, that, it's hard for you to make a decision, or they think that, you are always confused about something or the other. And it might not be true. We might not be confused in reality, but that's how they see it. They're always thinking about something. They always have a bunch of options, and they can never reach a decision. I mean, they like that you have a lot of options. They admire that. But then the fact that it's so hard for you to make a decision, choosing one amongst all the seven, it gets really difficult. So they're like, this person's always confused about something. And they really wish that, that they could help you out with that. But like I'm saying, you guys are so independent, and they know that whatever help they will offer, it's not going to be accepted, because you might not want to bother them with whatever is going on. But they see the confusion on your face. They see that. They're like, that's what I'm saying, they see that face where they're like, this person's confused about everything. They don't know, like, they have so much going on that they're confused about what to focus on. Some people might, your close family and friends, they might even accuse you of not being focused, of having trouble concentrating. They might be like, probably this person has attention problems or something, they're not able to focus. So they might have those kind of beliefs as well when they see you, when they talk to you, or when you're able to, when you're telling them about whatever's going on with you guys, however much you tell them. But based on that, they're just like, this person doesn't focus on one thing. If they did, they wouldn't be in this mess, whatever the mess is. Even if there's no mess, they're like, can you just focus on one thing and make things easy for yourself? But you're like this. You're like the Seven of Wands. You're like, no, I'm gonna do 10 different things at the same time. You're like multitaskers, or you have like multiple things going on at the same time. That's why it gets so difficult. You're like, oh, because then all of those things, whatever you're doing, pile 4, is that all of those things become of equal importance. So then it becomes really difficult for you, and you're like, what should I do first? Should I do this? Should I do that? But I have to do that as well, and I have to do this. That is why your family's like, they should just focus on one thing. They should. Instead of 7, they should just work on one thing, and figure that out first before they do anything else. But they still admire you for all that you've done, all that you continue to do. And they just wish that they can help you out, because Two of Cups is also about partnership. So not only do they wish that, your soul person comes to you, but they also want to help you. They don't want you to live life all by yourself, or navigate through the tough times all by yourselves. They know you're strong enough to handle it. You're capable enough to handle whatever life throws at you. But their love for you and their support for you just makes them wish that, you would accept that help, that you will let them help you out. You will let them, take care of you for once, because you're all about doing the taking caring. You're all about solving their problems. Let them do that for once. Like, that's what they wish. That's what they're like, okay. Maybe that's why, they do those little things for you, just because that's their way of helping. I feel like, according to them, that's the only kind of help you will accept. So that is so cute. You guys are like so independent, and your family just sees you as this one-man army kind of a thing, pile 4. So now we're going to see what you guys are actually like with your actual face here. So we have 8 of Cups, the Star, 2 of Pentacles, Strength again, and 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so wow, this is amazing. All right, multitaskers, here we go. You guys, pile 4, you guys are multitaskers in the making. Like, I did not get this message for any other pile except yours. You guys, even like, your family sees you as someone who has a lot on their plate. You literally do. You're like juggling so many different things. I mean, this is just 2 pentacles, but the main essence of this card is juggling. You're always juggling 2 different things. And your hands are never free. You're always in action. And yes, you are. You are. You're just doing too much. You are always, and this card, the star card in the normal depiction shows that, the lady is pouring water from two different pitchers, right? Not just one, but there's two sources of water that's there. So this tells me clearly that two or more, you guys are never one for doing one single thing. You never focus on one particular task. You are multitaskers and you know it. And the thing is that most of the times, multitasking is not something that comes easily to people. It's not an easy thing to do, but you guys are so talented, or it's just how your energy is, that you guys are able to accomplish. Like, you guys cannot just focus on one thing. You need 10 different things to work on at the same time. Like, that's how you guys roll. That's just how you guys are wired. Not one thing. I feel like you guys get bored if there's like only one thing for you guys to do. You guys get bored. So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do 10 different things. So which makes it really difficult for you guys to, it gets confusing. It gets difficult. Your hands are full. And I feel like you barely get time for yourself. And that's the thing, considering you're so busy doing all the work and focusing on so many different things, you're not able to pay attention to your emotions. I feel like your emotions then take a backseat. They become secondary. And you're like, I don't have time for emotions. I'm just going to do my work. You're really practical because we have the Pentacles energy. Considering this, the Pentacles talk about the material world, and it's earth energy, it's practical energy. So you're more about doing the work. You're more about action rather than emotion. So when it comes to emotions, you're like, I don't have time for that. I'll deal with these later. These are like, I don't want it. Right? So emotional stuff, I feel like probably you guys don't like emotional things or anything to do with emotions, even if like you do, but not to that extent. Some people just love emotions. Some people, I don't want to say, but it's kind of true that some people just love to cry. Like, they kind of they love being emotional. They love all the emotional stuff. They would purposely read or listen to things that make them cry. But you're not like that. You're like, no, I don't want that. I don't have time for that. I have a lot to do and I have to get this work done. So I'm just going to focus on that. And like I was saying, we have the star here. You guys are a star. That's why I was saying, you have this success kind of a thing which just resonates into the world. The energy, it echoes into the world. That's why people see you as someone who's really successful, and that's because you are. You're like the star. And stars cannot help but shine. You might want to kind of diminish that. You might want to kind of hide away. But the glow is so strong. Your success is so strong that you cannot help but shine, pile 4. That's why people are drawn to you, and you're like, I don't want this attention. Get away from me. You're like this 8 o'clock, like, get away from me. I don't want this attention. I don't want that. I just want to do my work. But people are like, it's your success making the noise, right? So you guys can't help it. You're just too busy helping the world out, performing for the world, because this looks like a performer to me. So you're all about doing the work, making sure the world has the best that you can offer. You are doing your best to help the world out, to service the world in your way, whatever that may be. Entertainment, service, helping out, whatever, in whatever way you're helping the world. You're like, I just want to focus on that. I want to help the world the best way possible. I don't have time for it. Like, you're like, it's okay if people don't appreciate me. Obviously appreciation is nice, encouragement is nice, but you're not doing it for the appreciation. You're not doing it for the likes, or you're not doing it for the comments. You're doing it because it makes you happy. You're doing it because, you're like, I want to help the world. So your intentions are really pure. Pile 4, whatever you do it with the purest of heart. You do not do it for the money. You don't do it for the, the fame, all of that stuff. No, you're getting the fame, you're getting the money. That's a bonus, because the universe sees your hard work, and the universe is like, and also the world sees your work. The world appreciates what you're doing. So you automatically get that money. You automatically get that success. But did you start doing the work for the success? No. So in that sense, you're like really down to earth. Pentacles energy, once again, strength energy, once again, you're really down to earth. And this tells me 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This tells me that, you guys are really generous as well. You are not about hoarding on. Like, if like I was saying, when you get money from your services, you're like, okay, I'm gonna give this to charity. I'm not gonna enjoy this money. I feel like a lot of you guys don't enjoy the money that you get out of your own hard work. Like, you deserve that money, you've earned the money, but at the same time, you're like, no, I'll keep I'll keep as much as I need for my, my daily stuff, whatever your needs are. But anything extra, you either buy something for your loved ones or you just give it away to charity. Very philanthropic pile 4, very philanthropic people. I love this. But I'm just like, I keep seeing these cards and I'm like, you guys are so pure. All like in this day and age, it's all about, let's do this because then we'll be famous. Let's do this because this is the quickest way of making money. The joy you get when you do something for someone purely because you want to just help them out, that's not there. Like, it has become kind of a rare thing. But it's so good to see that we still have people like you, Pile 4, who are doing that, who are genuinely helping this world in whatever way they can because they just want to, that they don't have any ulterior motive. Wow. And then we have strength here. So this is like clearly telling me that you guys are so incredibly strong. We have strength here. So your family sees you as someone who's so strong, and they're not wrong. You are a very, very strong person. Pile 4, you have been through a lot, yes. And that is why a lot of times, people also just run away from their past. They're like, I don't want it. I don't want to deal with this, right? They run away from that. But you're like, I'm not dealing with you right now, but I will deal with you later. Like I was saying, you're not one for emotions. You don't let your emotions get the best of you. And yes, your emotions are there, good or bad, but you're like, I will deal with you later. And then you look at your fears head on and you're like, come get me. Come at me. I will show you what I'm made of. And wow, Pile 4, this kind of strength to face your own fears, to look your fears in the eyes and be like, yeah, do your worst. That is like, I'm giving you, hats off to you. If I were wearing a hat right now, I would be taking it off out of respect for you guys. Like, wow. All right. And then, like I was saying, and you're like more than happy. You're like, even if there's more than one challenge coming at you, you're like, bring it on. You will dance with the challenge. You're not going to be scared, or you're not going to, go around cursing in frustration and being like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? You're like, okay, I'll just juggle and entertain the world while I solve this problem. How do you guys do it? What kind of this personality, this face, the real you is like, yeah, this card is definitely for you. You guys are stars. Actual stars. You might be social media stars or not, doesn't matter, but you guys are the real stars of this world. Doesn't matter if the world sees you or not, because half the time, because of this light pollution and all of that, we barely get to see stars. So, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. It's the same thing with you guys. Some people will see you, some people might not see you, but that doesn't mean that you're not a star, Pile 4. You are. You are this. All right. So this is all I have for you guys, Pile 4. If you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below to let me know if this message resonated. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.